Yes. Don't question me and my bullshit.
What did they just change it?
into?
Hold on, going back.
The heck? Did she just take her clothes off?
I didn't know villagers could do that.
Yeah, she did.
That's the wife beater when you're not wearing anything.
Good grief, she's naked! Oh, I didn't realize you were...
Oh, I didn't realize it was that kind of party.
Yes. She's naked. Well, as naked as...
Like I said...
I've never seen this!
Talk to her, see if she says anything about it.
Nope. She's just naked. If this was higher rated, she'd be running around in a bra.
Yeah, actually, I never thought of that. Is it still a wife beater thing for the female?
I'm pretty sure, yes. Oh, that's why she took her clothes off.
Is she going to... What time is it?
No, she's doing like weird yoga without clothes on. So she's basically doing yoga in her underwear. In a rated E sense, but they're all wearing a...
Well, we say rated E, but remember, none of these people are wearing pants. Remember, the human character is like the only character in this game that wears pants.
She isn't wearing pants. And also, I can do...
You can do the same thing.
No, pants boy! Put my pants back on. I've never seen them strip.
Yeah.
Strip in a matter. It's... Ah, yeah, sniffer.
No, there's a cup of tea there. Or whatever that is.
She's just walking around naked.
Uh-huh.
This was something I didn't like.
Yeah.
I actually wasn't I've never... In this series, I've never seen them strip.
I don't believe they can.
Whatever.
I don't think they could strip before.
That is a weird statement.
It's technically true. Also technically not, because it's an E-rated series, so don't you know you have an undershirt? Yep.
Smog and Snooty generally get along, so if Willow's gonna show up with anybody, it's gonna be this jerk. Also, and it's unfortunate, one of the days I was grinding, I got a villager conversation where, we had that Snooty conversation that one time, but sometimes extreme opposite villagers, even some of the more friendlier ones, will have some problems. And, the sisterly type, or Uchi as we had been calling it for the longest time, will sometimes say something kind of insensitive. And I saw a villager break out in a fight, and it involved...
Why did they break out in a fight over?
I don't know, I call it the aftermath.
Yeah.
She had already... Where is that godforsaken sheep?
I'm telling you, she's in the museum.
I also need to find the money rock. On the search for that godforsaken sheep. Flather, did you see any sheep in here? Just the ones underwater! He's just... What is this side?
This is that area that... This is where the moth and stuff... Oh no.
Oh, yeah! I love this room. It's a bunch of, like, these flowers. Because, look, the snail.
Yeah.
And there's some flower.
Plaques on the fountain, meaning that there will obviously be bugs and stuff that hang out around that fountain.
Because then you gotta...
This is that area was the tarantula, remember?
No, this, I reckon. Ooh!
What?
Cool! Mole cricket!
Hmm.
And this is gonna be ants.
Yes.
I just need fucking turnips, because apparently fruit doesn't deteriorate anymore.
And sweets like the candy eggs, I'm guessing, also don't.
Yeah. In the older games, to get ants easy, they were attracted to sugar, so you would put down, like, candy. And they would swarm the candy and stuff really easily. They were just generic candy items. But in this game, apparently, it's only, like, rotting turnips, because regular fruit doesn't seem to rot properly anymore. So one of the hardest ones to get, and I might, off camera, buy a few turnips, just so we can save one to rot, because when it rots, we can get ants, and that will be easy. And I might have a few to try and sell, because semantically the best way in Animal Crossing to get money is to sell turnips. But the reason I generally avoid doing it, my own town rarely ever got good RNG for that, and people online are just greedy buttholes. And this goes to that rant I had like a week ago. I'm like, I'm sorry, but it's not common courtesy to expect people
Check up the top level of this room.
It's not...
You gotta check everywhere.
It's not common courtesy to expect people to tip you, because then you're just promoting perpetual greed that if I come to your town and sell my turnips and I don't give you like 99,000, you're going to think I'm being greedy and unreasonable, but no, you're being greedy and unreasonable because you're expecting anyone that shows up to effectively give you money. And people are just saying, oh, but it's just tipping for allowing someone to visit you. Why shouldn't you tip? Because you're effectively making people pay you for opening your gate. Because you know you have a good bell total that day, and you're basically going to charge people an arm and a leg. And if someone says, oh, but like a full bag of like 99,000 is way different than charging like 30 or 50% of earnings. Yes, it is, but I feel like...
To be fair, in some instances, as we've shown through, you know, like getting Chip or Flick, or not even them, just selling a shit ton of fruit when we
She
have...
wasn't in here.
Well, there's still a few other rooms you didn't check, like the back room and the aquarium. That's that like staircase area.
Fair enough. I mean, well, I'm just kind of ranting. It just bothers me because...
No, like I was saying, to be fair, I will say getting a max spell bag isn't the hardest thing to do in this a game. When you get enough fruit, or again, like you potentially get Chip or Flick, you can easily sell enough to get the to get like a 99,000 bell bag. But while it's not the hardest thing to do, it's also still not really an easy thing you can do daily without time traveling.
Also, regardless of how you feel, selling turnips is me selling the turnips I spent money on. And this is promoting a culture in which, to be blunt, you are profiting off other people's time and money. Because you are too greedy and self-centered to realize even just asking for 99,000 out of someone's bell bags, if they made a few million, you're asking for people to basically give you money.
Oh yeah, basically every time you did that, you, like, would be able to make a shit ton of money from that.
100 people visit you if you're in a open community forum because you have a big bit of money. If 100 people visit you, you've pocketed 1,000,000 bells off of other people's hard work. And that actively bothers me. Where the hell are you?
Okay. You gotta love that in Animal Crossing when you're, like, trying to look around and find a villager because they're constantly moving around. You can't find them because it's like, she could have been in the museum, but us going into the museum loaded her in a different spot. Might just cut it for when we find her.
Might even save and reload.
Yeah, I was going to say you could do that.
Let's see if she shifts. I'll just do that now. I can cut around too. But it's like, well, I'm just loading. It just bothers me that people are promoting this idea that it's okay for tipping and charging because, oh, I had to go out of my way and open my gate at a... and then so many people act like it's an inconvenience, and first off...
Like I said more kind of jokingly, have you seen this game's internet?
Regardless of that, sometimes people... if you are being inconvenienced by someone wanting to come to your town because you had life things in real life and can't stop to play Animal Crossing for an hour, I'm sorry, that's a you problem that you're forcing on to people simply because you personally...
Okay, this did shift villagers around... Oh, okay, there she is!
Bitch! Elegant woman, take my tango dress. That's how I thought that worked.
But it's bigger than the thing she was wearing.
Yeah.
Cool. That's what I expected to happen.
Nice. Oh, that's good. Cool.
Okay, I should.
I'll be stopping in a minute. I'm just
trying to stop it now. We worked that out.
I was curious, and giving them gifts makes them happy. And as a joke, I want to order a couple of extra. Because she's still wearing the cheerleading outfit. I want to order some extra cheerleading outfits and a dress because I want to get fucking, like, Goose a fucking tango dress or something. Because I find that funny because you can now make Hypno KK. Nice.
Did we already have that one?
If we do, I'm sending it as a gift.
No, I think one of our villagers has that as their music.
Give me that. Oh yeah, we have that sleeveless dress. The raincoat, which I like. Generally, in this game, they finally let villagers wear, like... Oh, yeah, because I spent the 5,000. I was hoping to do that. Nice. They generally let villagers wear whatever, and this is like the first...
Oh, the funny thing is, like... I think before hand there was some restriction to what villagers could, not just a like gender thing. I think certain body types wouldn't wear certain outfits because, as we brought up before, sheeps had completely unique outfits. Was it taking the form of a scarf?
It took a scarf, but now they wear little half shirts. But the dress is longer. Which...
the half shirt.
She's wearing a half shirt! Fried chicken man. I'll also find the money rock before we... Sometimes I hate the fish in this series.
Hey, if you hate fishing in this game, apparently fishing in Wild World was worse because you had to fish with a D-pad. If you have any, like, problems or complaints with, like, fishing or aiming tools in this game, Wild World is worse because it was apparently the D-pad. No, not apparently. It was the D-pad because the DS...
Snap her! Oh, right, we're too small.
Because, you know, the DS had no, had no analog stick or any equivalent to it, so Wild World was kind of jink. It's also fucking ugly now.
This is the first generally good-looking Animal Crossing because it's actually on hardware that...
Okay, the GameCube and N64 ones, I think, look...
Oh, my coconuts are back in!
The GameCube and N64, and by extension GameCube ones, I think look fine for the era they came out in, because back then, like, due to the simplicity, Animal Crossing, it's like, I think the characters were there was this, like, certain style it was kinda going for, but I can't exactly remember what it was called, but it was something the characters were supposed to look like. I think it was they were supposed to look like toys or
Anyone remember those weird GameCube era Animal Crossing ads?
Those were only in America.
Never mind. Cat. We even have a cat.
I know that picked up on recording.
Big cat shake. I know those were only in America, but those ads existed. Though we're in a weird world where a bunch of somewhat cognitive adults now would have grown up in that era and not actively been aware of things. And it makes me feel old because I'm almost 30.
Hey, like, the cousin of the family who was born... Wasn't he 2006? That's when he was born. I'm not going to say...
We have some really...
I'm not going to say his name for obvious reasons, but he was 2006, right?
2006, 2007, somewhere around there.
Yeah, he was born in the year Sonic 06 was. Wonder how that feels having it on your conscience.
Okay, that's better than a 9/11 birthday.
God damn it, Internet. I just think of that one terrible post.
Especially if you're born on 9/11, 2001.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Like the day the towers crashed. And you know, there are people who were born on 9/11, because that happens. And that's one of the funniest things in a fucked up sense, because America kind of looks at 9/11 as a dark day in human history, and you're like trying to have a birthday party because you were born on 9/11, and it's not your...
Especially, like, you know, it's just statistically, there has to be someone who was not only born on 9/11, but was born in the morning around the time the towers crashed. Like, that statistically just happened. Also, the one villager wants to hit.
No, I saw that.
They keep shouting at you, telling you to go deal.
Good!
Tell you to go deal with them.
Sleepy.
I'm going to be honest, I kind of miss getting the reactions to that one guy's comedy routine.
Good! They fixed the problem!
Or have at least seemed to greatly extend it.
It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So anyway, today I have a bit of a silly question, but I thought it was fascinating. What was your first time blind reaction to a villager basically stripping down to that undershirt, and after stripping down to that undershirt, doing yoga? Because a lot of villagers will do yoga in that undershirt, which is a basic rated E way to show them doing yoga in their underwear, or at the very least an equivalent of doing yoga in an undershirt like that. But a lot of people in real life, because of getting sweaty, will do yoga in their underwear to make getting sweaty less overall gross, because yoga can be a very intense activity. And that leads to a silly part of this question that is more of a bonus question. Do you think if this game was a bit higher rated that we would see these characters in their underwear doing yoga? Because you could get away with that in a game and likely only end up with a T rating, because there is nothing sexual about that. Doing yoga in your underwear is something a lot of people do. And as a extension, do any of you do yoga in your underwear because of getting sweaty? That's the main reason a lot of people do that. There's nothing weird about that. But to get back on track, my main question is, what was your first time blind reaction to that happening? Because me and Carson were not expecting her to take her clothes off pretty much, and then after watching her for a minute, she started doing yoga, and that's why I asked, because that is completely random if you're not expecting it. I didn't think a character would basically strip down to the undershirt and then after a minute or two start randomly doing yoga. And as I played Animal Crossing, that became consistent, where a few villagers, if I kept an eye on them, would strip down to the undershirt, wait around a minute, and do yoga. And I have had multiple different villagers do that, and I have seen it in other people's games. So a few villagers seem to really enjoy yoga. I jokingly call it nude yoga because that undershirt is the nude state, which is, again, the E equivalent of them being in their underwear, but I am getting way off track now. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, everybody. I hope you'll come back someday. See you later.